first day on the job, started working with home-based players.
I think it's really a very, very
so
good
this is a reward for investment in the Nigerian league.
Even during the Corporation Cup, when Keshi picked 8 players, some people were saying 8 players was too much. And Keshi said, we have to play Côte d'Ivoire after the Corporation Cup, and we have a few days to prepare. And as have to prepare with 30 players. And that was one of the reasons why I picked most of these players to the Germany tour, down to the Corporation Cup. So, and most of them, out of the 8, seven were started, the Benjamin and the rest of Godfrey Ebuike, Umba. And it was great for us. I was in Kaduna, I saw the first leg. There was a 4-1 win. It was
what eventually saw us through
because I knew this Côte d'Ivoire side, they are a very, very good side. They look compact, they look tricky. Going forward, they look dangerous. But for the homeland also, they did well. For 65 minutes to held on, not conceding the third goal. They were jittery in the first 5 minutes, considered 2 goals, and everyone was like, "Oh, are they not going to concede the third goal?" And this jinx will continue. But a good one for Stephen Keshi. And the most positive thing from this one is at the end of the day, we are seeing results from the rebuilding process of Keshi because when he started with home-based players. His first camp was the only player in 2011 where he kept about 30 of them. He keep on inviting players, bringing new players, and right now he's using results for us. Next year we'll be in Chan. Home-based players will be there, and it is a very great one, a good plus for the league. Also, because a lot of people have been talking about the quality in the league. They've been talking about, okay, even some will tell you Umba and Godfrey have not been. Some will tell you their performance is even, Sherlock, because about this time it's a different one because of the bunch of the home-based players in the chance squad, and he made it count. And Agbe was very massive in that game. Godfrey Babona, Umba, Gomo, Ndoko, Etebo. They did do it, but my problem now is, how do we not keep this squad? Because you can't predict any of these players that move. Transfer.
This is a tricky situation now because you don't know when these players can move.
Yes.
This time last year, Ejike Zoeyi, Juwon Shaniwa
was there.
Kalu Uche
Ruben was also
Ruben were all players. Papa Idris were all players in the Eagles, but they've moved out. But let's run through the results first of all, gentlemen, of second leg matches played over the weekend for the 2014 CHAN, and then we'll talk about it. Guinea beat Mali 1-0 in the second leg, but Mali won the first leg 3-1, so Mali qualified 3-2 on aggregate. Uganda beat Tanzania 3-1 over the weekend. They won the first leg 1-0 away from home, so they qualified 4-1 on aggregate. 4-1 on aggregate. Côte d'Ivoire beat Nigeria 2-0. We won the first leg 4-1, so we qualify 4-3 on aggregate. We consider 2 quick goals. Defensive error from Azubike, and then
a foul in the box.
A foul in the box. They said it was controversial. The foul, but it was a foul the same, and it was a penalty. The Ivorians scored it in the first 25 minutes. They were 2 goals up, but our boys were able to hold on, and they were able to get the desired result at the end of the day. We have other results of other matches, but let's talk about the 12 countries that have qualified now for the CHAN 2014. Sorry, this is CHAN 2014, not 2013. CHAN 2014. 12 countries already through. South Africa as the host. Libya are through. Ghana are through. Uganda are through. Morocco through. Mauritania beating Senegal to qualify. Nigeria through beating Côte d'Ivoire. Ethiopia, they went through fire.
Yes.
They went to Rwanda. Lost 1-0 to Rwanda.
And they came back to...
And they won on penalties. Congo beat Congo DR on the away goals. They won 1-0 over the weekend. They lost 2-1 in the first leg, and their goal came in the 90th minute. So you can imagine Congo scaling through. Burundi also needed penalties to qualify against Sudan. 1-1 in the first leg, 1-1 in the second leg, and Burundi winning on penalties. Mali, we talked about that before. And then, of course, first leg matches. These countries just played their first leg over the weekend. Cameroon and Gabon, you know the problem with Cameroon. FIFA ban, no FIFA ban. So the game was moved 2 times. Eventually, they played the first leg. Second leg comes up in a fortnight. They beat Gabon 1-0. A penalty goal was what helped them through. Zambia went to Botswana and got a 1-1 draw. They played most of the game with 10 men. Zimbabwe looked like they are through to the next round. They went away from home, 3-0 away from home. I think they are through. And then Mozambique beat Namibia 3-0 in Maputo. All right. So these are some of the results of first leg matches played, of course, across the African continent. Okay. So we've talked about these results already, and the Uganda result actually 4-1, not 4-3 on aggregate. It was 4-1. It was a convincing win for Uganda over Tanzania. And Uganda
they won the first leg 1-0, and the second leg 3-1. So yeah,
4-1 on aggregate.
On aggregate, yes. I think I really want to talk about the Ugandans have actually been coming up. You remember that they still stand a chance of actually making it to the next round of the FIFA World Cup. Of course, it's very evident they've actually been preparing, and they have a new coach and Milutin. Yes, it was
former coach of Rwanda.
Rwanda, yes, he was in charge when they actually went ahead to win that game. Very, very good one for the team. And of course, we cannot forget that game that, just like we talked about it, the game between Ethiopia and Rwanda. It was a very tricky one, very, very tough one for both teams. Winning on one leg, Ethiopia won. They lost the first leg. Of course, they came back to win it, and tension was all over Ethiopia. And at the end of the day, we saw Ethiopia were making it to the next round. Good one for the team. And of course, for the Cameroonians, it was indeed
the Cameroon-Gabon game. If the winner of Cameroon-Gabon after the second leg will have to meet Congo DR. Congo DR lost out to Congo Brazzaville over the weekend, but they can still make it to Chan if they get the result against the winner of Cameroon against Gabon, because their zone, they have to play a lot of games in their zone to qualify. Unlike West Africa, where Ghana qualified when Benin pulled out, when I think Benin pulled out, Ghana qualified. Mali qualified by beating Guinea over the weekend, and Nigeria qualified by beating Cote d'Ivoire. But Zimbabwe as well will meet the winner of Zambia-Botswana.
It's going to be very tough.
So it's tough for
tough
in that zone.
But most of them have actually, they just came back from the COSAFA Cup, which they all participated in. Remember that Zambia actually emerged as the winners in that one.
And they beat Zimbabwe in the final. 1-0 in the final. So it's a difficult one. Angola
very, very
also waiting to play one winner before Angola can also be sure of being at 2014 channel. I think it promises to be an exciting tournament. A lot of people have looked down on the channel and they said it's insignificant. What is the use of a tournament like that?
It's going to be a different one because Nigeria is part of this one.
Nigeria is part of this one, so this is going to be. So this is going to be a different chance.
It's definitely going to be.
And next year is a World Cup year, so that may just be the beginning of our preparations for the 2014 World Cup.
And also chance for the home-based player can fight for chance in the squad,
depending on how well you perform at the African Nations Championship.
Of course. I think you have to look at the way the Eagles actually fared in that game. Some players were a bit disappointing. Someone like Gomonduku wasn't really at his best in that game until Elijah Giro was brought in. He actually did made the Ivorians very busy, the defense very, very busy, which was really very good. We knew that we will have problem in the heart of the attack of the Super Eagles when the Gambo Mohamed and this other guy, Aruna Babalo, actually pulled out. But I was discussing with Toby before we breezed into the studio. I said Sunshine Stars Dele Olondari, who was dropped, who happens to be the leading scorer in the Nigerian Professional Football League. So I think I was wondering why the coach didn't take him along. But of course, Keshi is someone I respect so much. Anytime you question his decision, he tends to always give his best. That was evident in what we saw over there in Abidjan. It wasn't really very good at the end, the fact that we lost, but of course we can still savor the fact that we made it through to Chan. All
right, let's go to some of your comments now and read as much of your comments as we can. Saula Boye Solari at Shola Energy for You says, truth must be told. The problem is with the system called Nigeria. Talking about transfers and players moving contract and all of that. He says it's a Nigerian problem. Well, Oyo State Sports News, obviously, we know what angle is going to bring to all of this. He says 3SA wrote a letter against Rangers before the match was played. That Confederations Cup match. But to the match commissioner, the field was not attached. And he says if the NFF and the LMC had looked into the protest of 3SC, maybe Rangers would have been spared. If they had looked at it properly, maybe Rangers would have been spared.
I think before Rangers and 3SC, Rangers had already played some couple of games on the continent, which Nigeria featured.
But they lost those games, so the team will not protest against them when you have lost.
Yeah, but I think it still boils down to NFF. When 3SC, raised alarm, NFF should have invited 3SC to Abuja and also Rangers, just like they did to the Mbakes and Agbim. We should have sorted this out before you get to CAF, because I knew Rangers would not get over it in CAF. Yes, Imanirani can be keeping in Nigeria because NFF said he's eligible to keep in the Nigerian league. But on the CAF continent, they will ask for a proper document. You can't just
let's go over it. At Epos says Rangers is pursuing a lost cause. They should forget